Manga-Waido.
My name is Ayumu Nakamura. Today is the day when new employees start their first day of their work. I've been assigned to look after one of them called Sato. I heard that Sato is the son of the managing director, and my boss told me to look after him as well. For that, I came to work earlier this morning and was waiting for Sato to show up. He's late. Actually, he should have been here 10 minutes ago.
Good morning.
Are you our new employee, Sato? My name's Nakamura, and I've been told to look after you. You're late, but did anything happen?
No, I was drinking until this morning.
What? I almost lost my temper right then, but I somehow managed to put on a break and started to explain to him about his work. But Sato kept on falling asleep while I was carefully explaining, and I had to wake him up and start over many times. On top of that,
This chair isn't comfortable. Oh, your chair looks comfortable. Isn't that cheating? Just you?
I have back problems, so I bought this chair for myself, and the company has let me use it here.
Well, that's kind of sneaky. I mean, it looks grand. Can't you switch that chair with mine?
From the first day, Sato's attitude towards the experienced employees was unacceptable. I had not imagined that the son of the managing director would be such an idiot. After that, Sato used his position as the son of the managing director to do whatever he wanted. He didn't do what he was told to do, got lazy when people weren't looking, and forced other new employees to do his work so that he could go home early. I warned him each time to change his behavior, but it had no effect whatsoever. His co-workers, including the new employees, found Sato's behavior intolerable. For example,
In a few years, I'll be one of the managers here and will be way above you. You want to make sure to not get on my bad side, don't you think?
he would threaten his co-workers like that. Sato's behavior was getting so out of control that my boss started to warn him as well. This again had no effect on Sato. My boss was so fed up with Sato that he reported to his father, the managing director, but
My son told me he's doing his work well. Don't lie to me.
he too was an idiot and did not listen to what my boss had to say. Gradually, the atmosphere in our workplace became gloomy. Some of our good workers were starting to talk about looking for work elsewhere. In the midst of all this, an incident took place. It all started when I got angry at Sato. That day, Sato was repeatedly asking one of the female workers out for dinner. This was during the working hours.
Hey, let's go out for a meal together.
I'm sorry, but I'm not so interested.
I know a really expensive restaurant. They will treat me as VIP. What do you say?
I'm in the middle of work now.
From what I heard later, Sato was asking her out and disturbing her work, although she kept on declining his offer. Hey, Sato, that's enough! When I found Sato and tried to bring him back to his desk, he said something unbelievable to the female worker.
What? Do you realize I'm the son of the managing director? Do you want to be fired?
Sato was starting to lose his temper while making threats, and the woman was about to start crying. Quit that! What do you think you're doing? This is a place to work! Don't you feel any shame at all for not working, harassing others, and doing whatever you want? Sato was shocked by my loud voice that he became completely red in the face. He went back to his desk without any words, grabbed his bag, and flew out of the office. What a miserable guy. When my coworkers and my boss found out about what happened, they praised me by saying, "Well done!" The woman who was being harassed thanked me as well. But I felt like this was not the end of the story. Of course, Sato was the one responsible for this. But I was put in charge of looking after him. Maybe if I had done a better job of advising him, this wouldn't have happened. I guess I'm also responsible for not having made any effort to listen to him and being angry with him all the time. Since I felt bad about what happened, I decided to switch my comfortable chair with Sato's as a sign of my apology. I hoped that this might start a good conversation between me and Sato when he came back to the office. But Sato didn't come back to the office that day. I waited for him while working overtime, but since he didn't come back, I gave up and went home. I had no idea that Sato would do something unbelievable while no one was in the office. That evening,
To hell with that guy. He shamed me in front of others. Okay, nobody's here. Did he change seats? Well, it's fine. His seat is where this chair is at. Sure stands out. When he comes to work tomorrow morning, he'll be surprised. He gets what he deserves.
The next day, when I came in for work, Sato, who usually comes into work at the latest possible moment, was already there. Oh, Sato, you came. You're earlier than usual today. Sato was grinning at me for some reason. Does he not care about what happened yesterday? I wasn't sure, but I thought I should apologize properly. But when I tried to speak to him, Sato opened his mouth first.
Hey man, take a look at this! This looks pretty bad, doesn't it?
What? When I looked over what Sato was pointing at, I saw that a laptop had been destroyed by some sharp object. This isn't my laptop.
What? But this chair!
Oh, I switched this chair with yours yesterday.
What?
I said a bit too much yesterday. Sorry. I wanted to let you know that I felt bad about it and apologize. I thought I would give that chair to you. It's a comfortable chair to sit on. Even if you sit on it for many hours while working, you won't get so tired.
Then, this laptop.
Oh, that's yours. This is a big problem. Who could have done such a thing? When Sato found out that it was his laptop that was destroyed, he seemed completely shocked. The other workers who had arrived saw the broken laptop and started talking. Our boss said that it would be better to call the police because maybe a burglar or something suspicious could have entered the office. But Sato was against the idea.
No, I think it might be better to look into it ourselves first, don't you think?
What Sato had suggested that one of us might have done it, everyone stared at Sato suspiciously.
Yikes!
Sato seemed to have hit upon an idea and went out of the room. And a few minutes later, he had brought the managing director with him.
Dad, there are people in this department who hate me!
Who is it? Who's trying to harass my son? What is going on? This is like an elementary school. When I was standing there in shock at this stupid exchange, Sato said that, I think I know who did it, and suddenly pointed his finger at me.
Mr. Nakamura is always saying terrible things about me, and just yesterday, he shouted at me in front of the other co-workers. That is power harassment. He hates me. I think he's the one who broke my PC.
I denied all the accusations, but the managing director had no ears for me and believed all that his son told him.
Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
The managing director kept on accusing me, but my boss intervened and things somehow quieted down. But the managing director, who completely believed what his son told him, did not seem satisfied. He gave me a severe warning and told me to step down from a project I was leading. Instead, he put Sato in charge. I was to be his assistant. As Sato gained more power, he became more and more selfish and ordered his coworkers to do all his work while he left home right on the dot every day. Because of that, I had to overwork almost every day. On one such day, when I was working, feeling bitter about all this, one of the female workers showed me what Sato was writing on his SNS about the broken laptop. What is this? I realized that this account belonged to Sato because on his other post, he had uploaded pictures of himself. So he was the one. Then on another occasion, when I was chatting with one of the security people while working overtime work, he told me that on the night the laptop was broken, he had seen Sato come out of the office that night. He thought that Sato was just doing overtime work, and he had learned about the broken laptop only recently. I could use this information. I had come across some proof by coincidence, but I vowed that I would get my revenge. Although Sato was doing no work at all for the project he was in charge of, he was responsible for giving a presentation in front of the board members as the project leader. I decided that this presentation would be when I get my revenge. On the day of the presentation, Sato explained the slides in front of the board members and the president as if he were the one who had made them. The managing director was very satisfied, and the president also praised the work he had done. Sato was about to conclude his presentation as if he had done all the work by himself. And then, please give me a moment to give you some supplementary information. I raised my hand and went up to the front of the room. I then showed Sato's tweets he had posted regarding the laptop he had broken to everyone in the room.
Why do you have this?
I have more proof. I also reported what the security guard had witnessed. Sato denied the accusation in panic, but since there were pictures of himself on the tweets, he could no longer make any excuses. I reported how Sato had persistently been asking a female colleague out for a meal and using other coworkers to do his job by using his position as the son of the managing director. When I told them that they should consult with a lawyer with the proof of Sato's power and sexual harassment and file a police report regarding the broken laptop, finally Sato,
I'm so sorry!
confessed.
So, Sato, you were doing whatever you liked in my company and blaming your coworkers for things they did not do? Yes, I am sorry, but please do not report this to the police. All right, I won't report this to the police. However, what you did was unforgivable. Pack your things and leave at once. Yes. You are also fired. You pack your things with your idiot son and get the hell out of my company. What?
That is how the office was cleared of all the scumbags. Oh, and there's more to the story. Sato apparently hadn't learned his lesson. I thought he was surprisingly obedient about being fired, but the next day, he posted complaints on his SNS by writing the actual name of our company. Of course, he was sued for defamation by the company, and Sato had to pay a lot of money. And as a result, he couldn't undo what he had done. Whenever he went for a job interview, nobody would hire him. I hear that now he's unemployed and has become a social withdrawal. As for his father, although he could not find any company that would hire him, he couldn't stop himself drinking and wasting money at nightclubs. I hear his debt is mounting. He should have learned his lesson when he was fired. They really are such idiots. They deserved what they got. As for me, I became friendly with the female worker that Sato had been persistently asking out, and we started dating. We are now living together, and we plan to get married next spring. There will always be someone watching you work hard. I know that now.